Hi, I'm Pat with the Harrison County Public Library, and today I'm going to show you how to make an individual pumpkin pie. This one is a little bit different. It actually has a graham cracker crust, but it gets baked. So first we're going to start with the graham cracker crust. It takes 1/3 of a cup of graham cracker crumbs. To that we're going to add 1 teaspoon of sugar. Let me grab my spatula here. And we have 1 tablespoon of melted butter. First mix the sugar in just a little bit with those graham cracker crumbs. Okay. Then pour your tablespoon of melted butter in there. Alright. And we're going to give that a quick mix. I've got an oven preheated at 350 degrees. So once you have this all mixed up, push my butter off of there. Once you have it all mixed up, you're going to put it into, I like to lightly grease my pan, so you need about a 5-inch pan. So maybe you've got a small ramekin or an aluminum pot pie pan, that would work. I have a 5-inch little aluminum cake tin that I'm going to put my crumbs in. And I've just buttered a little bit around on the outside. So you put all of your crumbs in there and take a spatula or a spoon, kind of even it out. Once we get that all even out, we're going to start in the very center, and I like to use just a little measuring cup. Take my fingers on the inside and push down with the bottom right in the center, and just keep working my way out in a circle till I get the crust out to the outside edge, and then I'm going to start spinning my pan. You want the crust on the bottom though, so don't try to get it all the way up the sides. It's not necessary to get it all the way up the sides, just to give you a little border around your pie. So just gently push out when you get out to the outside edge to kind of firm up your crust so that your crust will hold. And then I like to go back and just pat around the bottom again, just to make sure I've got my crust down in there good. Okay, can you see that? I'm going to pop this in the oven. It has to be in there for 8 minutes to bake the crust, and I'll be right back to make the pie filling with you. Okay, so now let's start on the pie filling. In this bowl I have 1/4 of a cup of canned pumpkin. You do not want the pumpkin pie filling because it already has some sugar and some spices in it, and we're going to be adding that, so make sure it is just the plain canned pumpkin. So 1/4 cup of that in this bowl. To that I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar. My bowl may be a little bit too small, we'll see. I think it's going to be, I'm going to grab another bowl here. So, we have 1/4 cup of pumpkin, and we have 2 tablespoons of sugar. I'm sorry, 3 tablespoons of sugar to that. And mix all that up. Now, to that I have got 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, and And I've got 1/8 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/2 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. If you don't like pumpkin pie seasoning, you can always use just cinnamon too. It would be good. Alright, now I have got 1/2 cup evaporated milk. I'm going to add just a little bit of that. And I've got 1 whole egg. Just trying to mix that all together before I add the rest of my milk. Your spices might come up around the edge of your bowl. Just scrape it off, push it down in there, and keep stirring. Okay, that's looking really good. Now I'm going to add in the last of the milk. So that's 1/4 cup of evaporated milk. Alright, that looks good. I'm going to go check on the pie crust and I'll be back to show you how to fill your pie. Okay, so my pie crust has baked for 8 minutes. Now I am going to take the pie filling and fill my pie. Scrape all your filling in there. It may not come up to the top of your pie crust. That's all right. It is going to puff up a little bit from that egg in there. Okay. All right. It's all filled. I'm going to go bake it and I'll be back and show you the finished product. Okay, here I am with the finished pie. It baked for 30 minutes at 350 degrees, and this is the finished product. I hope you enjoy this easy recipe. It'll give you a quick treat for one person. So your individual pumpkin pie.